Hello, students, and welcome to another edition of Mr. Hargrove's math class, where today we're going to talk about using the percent bar to solve problems involving tax, tip, and discount. So the learning target and the success criteria read as such. In this lesson, we will use the percent bar to solve various problems involving tax, tip, and discount. Students will know that they are successful when they can set up the percent bar, solve for the unknown, and use the unknown to determine the answer to the question when appropriate. Let's look at some basic definitions, notes on tax, tip, and discount. We're going to start with sales tax. Sales tax is an extra amount of money charged on items that people buy. The total cost is the original cost plus the sales tax. So when we look at sales tax and we're trying to figure out the total cost, you're just going to want to make note that you're going to use some addition because of this part right there. The total cost is the original cost plus the sales tax. So there are going to be some problems that ask you just what is the sales tax by itself, and then you're going to see problems that say what is the total cost including sales tax. So you have to make sure you're reading the question carefully. Same is true when we move down to tip or gratuity. This is an amount of money in return for a service. So anytime services are rendered, a lot of times that service is going to be at a restaurant where a waiter waits on you, they render you a service. It is appropriate and proper standard to leave a tip for the waiter. The total price is the original cost plus the tip. So it's similar to sales tax in that to find the total, you do the original plus the amount of the tip. So you have to, again, answer the question. Is the question asking you just to figure out the tip amount, or are they asking you to figure out the total price after the tip is added? So always answer the question. And then with discount. Discount is the amount by which the original price is reduced by. That's a key word, reduced. Okay? When you think reduced, you should think that an item is being subtracted. It's getting smaller. So the sale price is the original price minus the discount. So when you solve these types of problems, just keep in mind with sales tax, to find the total cost, you're going to add. With the tip, to find the total cost, you're going to add. And then when you get here to the discount, this is where you're going to do some subtracting. But you're only going to do it if the problem requires you to do so. Always got to read the problem carefully. So at this time, we'll move on and we should be able to jump into an example. And this is going to be a sales tax example. It says Dylan wants to buy exercise equipment that costs $140 and sales tax is 5.7%. What is the total cost of the equipment, including tax? So in this problem, they're wanting us to calculate the total cost. So I'm just going to underline that. The question says, what is the total cost of the equipment, including tax? So that means the first thing I need to do is figure out how much the tax is. And I'm going to use the percent bar to do that. Remember, with the percent bar, you always want your percents on one side. So all of my percents are going to be on the left, 100%. And I'm going to put 5.7% down there. I know that the equipment costs $140, so that's going to come up here in my total area. I'm trying to figure out how much tip we're talking about. So from here, we have a proportion. 100 over 5.7 equals 140 over x. I'm going to cross multiply and solve for x. And I'm going to move over here to do my work. 100 times x is 100x. I'm going to set that equal to the other cross product, which is 140 times 5.7. So this is going to be 100x equals 140 times 5.7 is 798. I'm now going to divide both sides by 100. And that's going to give me x equals 798. Now I'm not finished because that 798 is the amount of the tax, but that is not the answer to the question. The question says, what is the total cost of the equipment, including tax? So what I'm going to do is take the original price, $140, and you guessed right, I'm going to add it at the tip of 798. And when I add it, that's going to give me $147.98. That is the cost of the item, including taxes. So that is the answer to the question. Always go back to read the question. What is the total cost of the equipment, including tax? It's $147.98. Always answer the question. All right, let's look at this second example. And it's an example that involves tip. It says Sophia went to eat lunch at Chuy's. Her meal was $35 and she left the waiter a 15% tip. How much money did Sophia leave for the tip? So this question is just asking us to figure out how much money she left for the tip. So less steps involved here. I'm going to use my percent bar. 100% will be here. I know she left a 15% tip. And I know that the meal cost $35. X will go here. And that will help me figure out how much tip she left. So as always, I'm going to cross multiply and solve for X. So 100 times X is 100X. 35 times 15 is what I need to figure out. So that is 100x equals 525. I'm going to divide both sides by 100. That's going to give me x equals 5.25. So that is the answer. The amount of the tip that Sophia left is $5.25. That is the amount of the tip. Now, if this question said, what is the total cost of Sophia's meal after tip was added, then I would take that $5.25 and add it to the 35, but the question doesn't ask that. It just says, how much did she leave for tip? Always go back and read the question to make sure that you've answered the question properly. Okay, this final example is a discount example. It says a shirt normally costs $22. This week it is on sale for 25% off the original price. What is the sale price of the shirt? So I'm going to come here. We're trying to figure out the sale price. And if we go back to our notes, remember the sale price is going to be the original price minus the amount of the discount. So that means first thing I need to do is figure out the discount amount. 100% is going to be here. 25% goes over here. And I know that the shirt costs $22. I need to figure out the amount of the discount. So same cues. We're going to cross multiply and we're going to solve for X. 100 times X is 100X. Set that equal to 22 times 25. And that's going to give me 100x equals 550. I'm then going to divide both sides by 100. And when I do, that gives me x equals 550. Now, I'm not finished because that 550 is just the amount of the discount. Okay. So to figure out the total price, I'm going to take the original price, the $22, and I'm going to subtract the 550 from it. And when I do, I get 1650. This is the amount of the sale price. So always think logically. When we talk discount, that means the price is going to go down. Discounts are good things. Discounts we love because discounts mean we get to save money. So this shirt was $22, but now that it's on sale, I get to buy it for $16.50. And that's the beauty of sales. We love sales. Okay, that's all I have for you. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you back at the next time, Mr. Hargrove's Math Class.